am the chairman of the board of the Independence Visitor Center Corporation. I'm delighted that you're all here today with us this afternoon so that we can announce and talk about the coming service of the Phlash. The Visitor Center is very proud to have taken over the Phlash. It is a great amenity for our visitors and a great amenity for the region. We serve a number of different organizations that I'll talk about in a minute. I just want to thank a couple of folks here without whom we would not be here. The first is the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, which has put up significant funding from their state transportation bill for the Phlash. Without the funding that the Commonwealth put up, the Phlash service would probably have had to terminate. So we're very thankful to the General Assembly and to the governor for that. We want to thank our friends from SEPTA who have been long and stalwart supporters of the Phlash and are continuing their support this year and for hopefully many years to come. So thank you very much to SEPTA. We appreciate that very much. And then just a couple of people. I want to thank Mark Squilla, our councilman, who's here. Where'd Mark go? There he is, right there in the front row. So Mark has been a great supporter of the Visitor Center as well and of the Phlash. A couple of people who are closer to the Visitor Center who really did a remarkable job in pursuing this funding and putting together the package that has led us here today in front of this beautiful bus. First, our Vice Chairman, Tom Caramanico. Where's Tom? There he is. Everybody's in the front row. So Tom really was instrumental in working with the legislature to get this funding for us. And the other one is our great president and CEO, Jim Corrado, who really... There were a couple times when I thought the Phlash was going to be a footnote to history here, and Jim just wouldn't let it happen. So, Jim, thank you very much for all of your hard work. The mayor and the governor will talk about some of the features of the Phlash. I want to thank and recognize some of our hospitality industry and attraction partners who are here today, and some of whom couldn't be here today, but they are also supporters of the Phlash, not just morally, but they actually put up money to help us run the Phlash, and so that's a critical component of what we do here. They include SEPTA, France here. Amy Shearer's here from the Philadelphia Zoo. Where's Amy? I see you over there, Amy, hiding. Thank you. The Museum of Art, Jessica Sharp is here. The Delaware River Waterfront Corporation, Jody Milkman. Lynn McMaster from the Please Touch Museum. Sally Elk from the Eastern State Penitentiary. John McNichol, who I know is in the front row from the Convention Center. Paul Stanke from the Reading Terminal Market. I saw him as well. Thank you, Paul. Vince Stango from the NCC, Mark Mills from the Barnes Foundation, Jill Scarlett from the Shops at Liberty Place. Paula Butler's here for Visit Philadelphia. Meryl would have been here, but she's not in town today. And then our friends from the National Museum of American Jewish History, the Franklin Institute, and the Philadelphia Convention and Visitors Bureau. Last but not least, the Parking Authority, on whose garage we sit. So we're very thankful to all those sponsors. Thank you all. Oh, Historic Philadelphia's here too, right? I'm sorry, I missed that. So thank you very much. And anybody else who I missed, I apologize. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here today. It's an important day for us. I have the pleasure now of introducing to you the former mayor of the city of Philadelphia, Edward G. Rendell, who I can tell you because I was there, without whom the Phlash would not exist. And most of what we're looking at today probably wouldn't exist either, with the exception maybe of Independence Hall. So, ladies and gentlemen, Ed Rendell.
Hello, everyone. Well, before I got elected mayor, I was doing business for my law firm out in Phoenix, Arizona. And Phoenix had a pink bus for tourists, and it was one fare for the entire day. So I came back, and I had a fledgling campaign staff, and I said, this is a great idea. We have to do this in Philadelphia. And someone said, a pink bus in Philadelphia? And I decided, given the nature of our Eagle fans and whatever, that a pink bus probably wouldn't be a good idea. So we looked for another color, and we found a purple color. Purple, P, Philadelphia, Phlash, PH. It was perfect. So we gave birth to the Philadelphia Phlash. And the key components of the Phlash would be a reasonable price. And thanks to Jim Corrado and Raina Cutler, it's been a reasonable price. It's $5 for an all-day ticket that you can get on and off. It's the best buy in Philadelphia. And that it would be purple, and that it would stop throughout the tourist downtown area, and then we later expanded it into Fairmount Park to the zoo and whatever. And it's done a great, great job. And If I am sometimes called the father of the Flash, Jim Corrado is his adopted father, and he has done a fabulous job keeping it alive. I don't know if Rhina's here, but Rhina deserves some credit for keeping the Flash alive, too. And Jim was able to do, through probably sleight of hand, what I never was able to do, and he got Flash funding in the transportation bill. And I went up and stood with Governor Corbett to try to get the legislature to vote yay on the transportation bill. I didn't even know Flash funding was in the bill. So that was a great job by Jim. And I will tell you one of the historical fact. When we were looking for a way to designate Flash stops, and we decided on the wings, the purple wings, someone from the media, now you know our media is a wonderful bunch, and you know that they can tend to be a little cynical. Someone from the media said, that logo is no good. You should have had a guy with an open raincoat. Philadelphia Flash. Yeah. It was the media that suggested it, not me, the media. But it's a pleasure to be here, and the Flash does wonderful things for our tourism. And our tourism, and the mayor and I have been working on a project to make our tourism, particularly our heritage tourism, an experience. Not just individual museums or institutions, but a living and breathing experience. And the Flash is very important to that. To that end, I want to introduce Mike Quinn, who is the executive director of the Museum of the American Revolution, which we hope will be the next stop on the Flash itinerary at 3rd and Chestnut Street. 3rd and Chestnut Street, Mike? 3rd and Chestnut Street. So we're looking forward to the coming of the Museum of the American Revolution. So with that, I want to turn it back to John and say a big thank you to Mayor Nutter. Mayor Nutter supported the Flash when he was on City Council and has helped through the great Rhina Cutler keep the Flash alive and resuscitate it until Jim could give it permanent life. So congratulations to everybody. Thanks to Mark and Jim, especially you. It's good to know that long after I am gone, the purple bus will still be moving around Philadelphia.
Thank you, Governor. I appreciate those remarks. That's great. I now have the pleasure of introducing to you our fantastic mayor, a great supporter of tourism in this city, and a great supporter, obviously, of the city. A friend of mine. I've known Mayor Nutter almost as long as I've known Ed Rendell, and he's always been a fantastic and committed supporter of Independence Mall and our tourism industry generally. So would you please all welcome Mayor Michael Nutter.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to get the Flash on the street in a few minutes. John, thank you for your leadership, and certainly here at the Independence Visitor Center, but also the work that you're doing with children each and every day. I want to stick up for I want to stick up for the governor in this regard. John said something about Independence Hall. You know, Governor Rendell, both as mayor and as governor, I think perfected over his time the art of thanks so much the art of groundbreakings and ribbon cuttings and I mean in so many places all across the city, but especially down here in the most historic square mile in the United States of America. But I am here to stand up for the governor and beat back any idea. Governor Rendell did not cut the ribbon on Independence Hall. He was not involved in this activity, although if he were around, I'm sure he would have been right there. Give it up for our governor, Governor Ed Rendell. Tom Caramanico, our great vice chairman, and all the members of the Independence Visitor Center Corporation, we do greatly appreciate you. Councilman Squilla, good seeing you. Second time today. Are we doing a third event together later on today? I'll check with your office. Jim Corrado is doing a fantastic job here, and Jim, as the governor said, getting those dollars secured in the transportation bill. You know, transportation is not only about, as important as infrastructure is, it is also about moving people around from place to place over bridges and roads and highway areas that have been well taken care of. And Jim, you are doing a fantastic job down here. Please give it up for our president and CEO, Jim Corrado. Joe Casey and the entire SEPTA team, thanks for the partnership, and Jeff Knuppel, who's the deputy general manager. 20 years of the Flash, and in the last 20 years, the Flash has taken around about 250,000 riders, mostly visitors to our great city, but our residents jump on every now and then as well. It's a fun ride. It's a great ride, but this is going to just be fantastic. It's a different kind of vehicle. Obviously, these are buses. They are, as I understand it, brand new. And as you saw, I'm not exactly sure what we were doing looking at the bus. I cannot imagine how exciting a shot is of the governor, myself, and Jim looking at a bus. But you'll probably see it on the. This may lead the news tonight. Hopefully, this is the most exciting thing in Philadelphia. As the governor said, service is $2 every time you ride, or just go ahead and splurge and get the 5-day, all-day pass. In 2012, tourism generated more than $9.75 billion, that's billion with a B, dollars in economic impact for the city, and employed nearly 90,000 people in the greater Philadelphia region. And this year, and Jim is telling me, not only because of the funding, but I think also because of this service, we will probably break all records for use of the Phlash just this year because we're so significantly upgrading the service. The city has in the past, and we will continue to support this effort in any way that we can. But I think I read somewhere else. Doesn't it start tomorrow? Right. It's on another set of notes. What time? 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. You want to be out somewhere. I don't care what you're doing. This is a mayoral proclamation. Leave your jobs. Leave your homes. Leave wherever you are. Jump on a Phlash bus. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., wherever you are in downtown Philadelphia. I want to see you in droves coming out of your office buildings. Tell your boss you'll just be out for an hour. You'll be back. If it doesn't work out, do not call me. I cannot hire all of you who may possibly find yourselves without jobs. But you'll at least have a great ride all day long tomorrow. Use the Phlash. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
I will, just to follow up briefly on what the mayor said. As Jim Corrado and I were on the bus a few minutes before all of you got here, kind of looking at how nice it is, a gentleman got on with his $2 in his hand because he wanted to ride. So I don't think there's going to be any problem getting people on the Phlash, Mayor. We're just going to finish up here. Just a couple final remarks. Jim, I want to call you up here. Come on. I want us to once again acknowledge Jim Corrado for his hard work. And, Jim, I think we have something for the mayor and the governor.
We do. I want to thank everyone for coming today. And just as the mayor said, service starts tomorrow morning. We will run 7 days a week through Labor Day, which this year is September 1st. 7 days a week. And then beginning the weekend after Labor Day, we're going to run weekends, that's Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, through the end of the year. So we will be running 8 months of the 12 months of 2014, and we're really pleased about that. And again, as the mayor and the governor said, it's $2 for a single ride, but we think what our visitors will really embrace is the $5 all-day pass. So we hope that all of you will ride that as well. With that, we would like to call up Rocky and Ben Franklin for a special presentation to the mayor and the governor.
Yo, Mr. Mayor, we got your ticket to ride right here.
I do not have the eloquence of Mr. Rocky, but I'd like to present this to the who was the good mayor and was the good governor?
How many of you know that Ben Franklin, between the ages of 77 and 81, served as governor of Pennsylvania? Did any of you know that? He's governor of Pennsylvania. In 77 to 81, in his portrait, all the portraits of the former governors are in the governor's office. His portrait made him look like he was 45 years of age.
Go ahead.
Those are the mayor and the governor just received lifetime Phlash passes. That's what that was. Also, one last acknowledgement and introduction, if I will. Lewis Litt and Gary Kraft. These are our new operators from Kraft's Coaches. And please, gentlemen, if you would, these are the folks that are going to be operating for us. We're absolutely thrilled to have them as part of the Phlash, and they are the ones that brought us these magnificent new vehicles. And the governor says they operated his famous campaign bus.